Oh my goodness. Welcome to the In-Between-Man podcast, where men can be men. And that's true. Today, it is like lava hot here in North Carolina. It's like, no, it's too much. And if you have not signed up for our private Discord server, please click on the link linktr.ee/theinbetweenman and click on the Discord invite and become a part of our community. It's 100% free and you'll love it. Okay? We need to get on the ball here, and with your help, it'll be fantastic. All right. So what I wanted to do today in this episode is to pull it back a little bit. I'm thinking that today will be a good day to just bring it down a notch, because I'm realizing that the guys that I am trying to target, which are you guys, I might be going too fast. And it's not a knock on you saying that you don't get it, but if you have to think about it later on, that's bad, and I need to slow down. So what I'm going to do today is pull back for a second. In our last episode, if you've watched it, and you may not have, we had a graph. The graph was based on a time frame from now to 10 years in the past, sort of highlighting 10 years ago, and it could be longer, it could be 15 years, it could be 20 years ago, where prior to the evolved and modern female gender roles, aka the woke world, men and women, I believe, were more aligned to traditional values that we've talked about here about men, and the traditional values that we've talked about with women. Now, the females may not have liked it. It may not have even appreciated where they were, because there was a lot of things that were happening that just weren't good, that were changed in this new evolved and modern approach towards gender norms for men and women. But I want to take it back to there. And what I'd like to do is, I can appreciate ballroom dancing. Now, I'm not a ballroom dancing guy. I mean, look at me. You know, I'm what, 35, 40 pounds overweight. I'm fat. I just don't have it in me anymore. You know, I'll have a cardiac arrest before you know it. But one of the things that I love about ballroom dancing or salsa dancing or just dancing in general, it's very easy to figure out how the dance works. And how it works is, the man is not the one that everyone's looking at. His purpose is to highlight and accentuate all the things that his female partner does. And when you think of ballroom dancing or salsa dancing, and in this case, salsa dancing, they have to be on the exact same page. What's my role? What's your role? In order for this thing to work. And ballroom dancers and salsa dancers, it's a perfect, in my opinion, example of what I'm trying to convey. Okay, as male roles, female roles. Okay. And as I share this with you, and I'll voice over the top of it, I want to show you this first scene that I got from TikTok, okay? And the first couple, let's call it 10 seconds of the scene, is this stunning brunette who's in beautiful shape, has beautiful God-given female features, and is accentuating them in a way that draws you in. And the one thing in particular that I noticed while watching this, I've watched this 10,000 times. I mean, I swear to God, like 10,000 times. The one thing that I noticed, and I just want to point out to you in this video, is while the woman is coming back to the man who represents in this dance sort of like a safe place, a place where she can swing into whatever move that she's going to do, and he will very elegantly send her off again to accentuate the moves of the dance and accentuate her God-given female gifts. Okay? You with me on that? And the way that she does this simply cut me in half. It stopped me in my tracks. I had to immediately stop what I was doing. So I'm going to play this for you, and I want you to watch it once, okay? And then we'll watch it again together, and I'll point out to you kind of what I see. And then I'm going to show you the second part of the video, which is just where they cut the video and how they are intertwined together and why that works, right? It works because the man knows his role. He knows what he's supposed to do. The female knows her role, what she's supposed to do, and they together are being able to present a stunning, artistic, and attractive expression of who they are. All right, so let's get into the weeds and start this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, look at this move. Watch this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, so we watched it once. All right, we're going to watch it again. If you're as stunned as I am, what I want you to focus in on, okay, what you'll actually have to do is watch the man while she's coming towards him do this. And as she turns around on him and looks at him, he moves his hips in a way that I think benefits her turn. You see what I'm saying? So without the structure of having the man there, it would have a much different feel to it. All right. So in this second go around, watch how the man brings her in, and watch his face knowing that she's coming to him. Watch how he responds when she turns her head around and slowly moves back away from him, because he ultimately knows what? She's going to have to come back. So she can go out and she can go do her thing, and she does it very well, but she's got to come back to him because he's going to redirect her. And after we watch the second one, I'm going to go right in to what happens at the end of that first video, okay? And you'll see for yourself how they just basically own the rest of the floor, all right? So round 2, salsa dancing, steaming hot brunette with wonderful female attributes. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. She's setting it up. Now watch him as she turns in. 1, 2, 3, action. Okay, now she's doing her thing. Right? And all of a sudden, nowhere, where does this guy come from? Hey!
Timmy got attention deficit disorder and he walked it off.
There he is, all right? So he's coming in there like, I got you, girl. I got you. I got you. You know, he's got his mouth, you know, like he's ready to go. And you can tell that he's gassed up, that he's got this woman on her on his arm. You know what I mean? And so what he does and what we'll do next is we'll go right in to the second video and see how all of this connects together. All right. So here we go. We're going to go with the second video. Stay with me. Don't lose me on this one. Okay. Stay with me. I got a point that I'm going to give to you in here in a minute. All right. So we're going video number 2. Okay.
Men, do you care if a woman's beaver is beaten up?
Right, boom, there he is. He's got his mouth, he spins her around, he throws her around like a rag doll. She's just moving and vibing all around him. Now they're spinning, right? He's grabbing her hand again. Look at him. He's checking people out. Now he's throwing her around, doing the up and down move, twisting it over his arm, staring at someone, smiling while she's doing her thing. Boom, that's it. Right? Like, if you take a second, not because I think you should, but if you take a second, okay, Jesus, come here. Sorry. Butch is just out of control. If you take just a second, because you shouldn't be looking at him right now. I mean, you can if you want to. You know, there's no judgment zone over here. But his expression, his stature, right? His control over how he directs her, I think is one of the reasons why she is so stunning. If she just did this on her own, that would certainly be awesome, right? But the fact that he is there as an anchor for her in this dance, I think is the point that I'm trying to convey to you, okay? Is that in dancing, there are clear and concise roles for the male dancer, and there's clear and concise roles for the female dancer. The man can appreciate and partner and direct and allow the female to be exactly who she is. And who she is intoxicating, she's attractive, she's got all the right pieces, right? Like all the things that gentlemen appreciate about attractive women, right? And then once the woman knows, because she eventually has to come back to him, that he is going to set her up for the next move that will allow her, right, to do her thing. I mean, it's just this cohesive partnership that isn't up for debate, right? It works. It works in this dance, and it works all together. Let's just go back and watch the second video one more time, okay? Because it's really that good. I literally could watch this 100 times. I'm not lying to you, all right? So let's go second video. Stick with me. Here we go. Look at her. Look at her. Spin around.
Every time walking, no stopping.
Dude, you know what I like about watching the dude's face? Like towards the last 5 seconds of this, while he's dancing and doing his thing, he's looking over at the crowd and he's basically saying, that's my girl, man. You can't have her, right? Like, sorry, you know, watch this. Watch how I throw her and she comes back to me. And if you notice, the woman positions herself in a way where she's so interconnected within the hula hoop of the man. Like, it's just beautiful, right? It's just beautiful. It's an expression that I absolutely feel the need to share with you. And the purpose behind sharing this video with you is to further accentuate the fact that prior to the evolved and modern new female gender role models, or the woke movement, the women with many criticisms knew where they were on a line, and so did the men. Okay? Now, granted, I understand that there are aspects about that old traditional system that were not good for women. I get that. And I'm not saying that we should go back to that. But the dynamic that I want to point out now, okay? Now, if you take the current woke mentality that's criticized and devalued and questioned these male values that men have had for centuries, and expect us to be able to dance like this, is absolutely insane to think, okay? So, now that I've broken down these hopefully simple concepts that you can relate to with regards to my content, all right, I want you to, in your mind's eye, because I don't have a video, maybe I should make one. Me and Butchie just freaking rolling around, but crazy. But imagine going to a ballroom dance, okay, and that today, and the male and female, you could tell, are a little back and forth, right? About, there's just some tension there. You could tell some tension.
I don't know if it's going to stop. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most, is that I don't know if it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. Well, you do have a nail in your head.
It is not about the nail.
And the man starts going and starts doing his thing, and all of a sudden the woman stops because she no longer wants to participate in the role that she's in. She wants to take on some of the man characteristics, right? So call it stability, call it emphasis, call it structure, okay? And now she's going to ask the guy to do her role. Can you see how absolutely confusing that would be? Right? Because in today's world, that's essentially what's happening. Women are criticizing our role as being a dancer. They're telling us that we can do it better. So they want to own some of those responsibilities, which leaves us sort of like confused, right? And then they put us down for not being as good as they are. You follow me? And criticize us. And then the whole dance turns into a shit show. Because now you got a guy trying to do the female roles. And I think there's some roles that all men should get accustomed and used to actually doing. But the dance and the rhythm is disrupted. Okay? It's not the same. It's not the same as the first video you saw and the second video you saw. And you shouldn't expect it to be the same. Right? I think I've mentioned on a number of different occasions the word expectations. Okay? If you have an expectation that I should be just as emotionally resilient as you are today, in my entire life I've been told not to be that way, that's going to take a long time. Okay? We talked about that in the last episode. But you could see in your mind's eye how a male dancer who's been dancing as a male dancer for his entire life is now being asked to not only do the female role, but to do it just as good, with the same effects, and with the same attraction, and with the same, but not the same features. You know what I mean? It's not an expectation that men will be able to understand overnight, or even over a period of a decade.
I lift things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
And if you can identify with this simple analogy of dancing, that's where we are today. We are in a state of learning to accept that I'm expected to not only do the male traditional roles defined by my female partner, okay, based on old traditions, and also do the female roles just as good or better than how they've done them. And we don't know how to do it. But we try, and we look terrible. We get criticized for our efforts.
I tried the whole nice girl, feminine energy thing. It didn't work. So now we're back to our regularly scheduled programming. And the cunty bitch is back.
We get told that we're stupid, right? We get bashed a little bit. You know, I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. And I think the most confusing part about all of this is that each woman will have a different expectation of what it is they want you to do for them. They're not all the same. They're all unique and different. And they're being told to continue to keep doing it. It's not a problem. And it is a problem. And we're going to work together to try to solve it. So I'm going to keep this episode purposely short. I'm using my GoPro 8 because the phone that I was using just wasn't producing the type of quality. I don't even know if my head's cut off. I don't even know if Clint Eastwood's in here. I don't know any of this stuff, but I'm sweating my nuts off. I know I wanted to get this out to share with you. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, what I'll try to do for the podcast episodes is embed the links into the description of the podcast so that you can click on the links without having to go find them. And if you want to see the video, you can go to the In-Between-Man YouTube channel and click on the episode. I haven't determined what I'm going to title this one yet, but it will be within the realm of the playlist Traditional Male Value System. So again, please, if you haven't, consider joining our private Discord community of males only. All right, it's the website address is linktr.ee/the-in-between-man, and you can click on the link within that window and it will invite you to become a member. Again, remember that we don't need to share any of this content. We don't want to help other people understand how this content, how they might be able to relate to this content. Don't share, don't like, don't subscribe. I mean, don't do any of that stuff, right? Where men can be men, wink, wink. So that's all I got for now. It is hot out. And I appreciate all of you. I hope this makes sense. If it does, please comment if you feel compelled to comment, because I think I'm going to go down this direction for even the next video to show another example of how what I've talked about in the 3 previous episodes are examples that hopefully you'll be able to relate to. That's all I got for now. I'll catch you on the next one. I'll see you on the next one. And I fucked that up. So I'm going to try it again. All right, I'll see you on the next one.